Okay, so people who want to just jump straight to the code, please skip ahead about 45 seconds. So if you'll notice in the previous video where I talked about ChatGPT, I was in a different room and I was in Japan actually. I was visiting some family, had a great time. I was a little bit jet lagged, so I messed up the actual demo of the actual code, which was working pretty okay, because I had the wrong windows. Like my browser window was covering the VS Code and the terminal window. So close. So I'm actually shooting this again for the second time because my stupid laptop fan was just so loud. And here we go. One more time. Hopefully this is it. Okay, hi, people who skipped 40 seconds. Um, let's jump into the actual code. So, if you remember what we talked about with ChatGPT, I went through the first instructions, and you want to make sure you set up an account, get the API key. You want to do pip install OpenAI. Make sure you have your text file, or in my case, I'm using the PDF reader package, and then create the request and return the response in the terminal. So I went through all those steps already in the last video. You can take a look at that if you like. We went over some of the error messages that popped up. ChatGPT doesn't have access to things, so some things are deprecated that were in 2022. And then I did the whole code over again and added some error handling. So this time I did actually put in the error handling. So I have some hopefully good things to show. So now let's switch over to VS Code. And just one moment while I get my OBS studio going. I'm not really a pro with this, so thanks for bearing with me. I'm still learning how to operate this well. Hopefully this code is gonna be big enough. Let's see if I can make it a little bit bigger here. There we go. So this is just matching a resume to a job description, and we want to make sure you have your import statements there. Again, if you're just using a text file, to keep it simple, you don't need PyPDF2. I really like it actually. The documentation is good too. I made a little secret file where I just put my API keys so y'all don't see them, and I put my resume file path as well. Then I just created a variable called job description. It's a string of an actual job that's actually by a real company. I just picked a random one that our fake web developer Kualabinzo should not be qualified for. I don't know, for some reason ChatGPT thinks this person is qualified for this job, but that is not my fault. Okay, then you will want to open the file, and then you'll want to have your PDF reader read the text and extract it, or skip that part if you want to keep it simple. And then I did add in the error handling here, so we'll see if any network errors occur. We should get this error in the terminal, and we're just passing in our parameters for the request. And yeah, we are giving this prompt. So this prompt, I had to tweak it because I put in before, if you noticed in the previous video, I put in, can you correct any spelling errors? For some reason, it was just correcting spelling errors since since December. I guess maybe they made some tweaks to ChatGPT, but I made the video like a month ago, so almost a month ago. So I don't know, something weird happened, and now it can't give me a complex answer based on this prompt. So I chopped off that bit about grammar um, and spelling, which there are no grammar and spelling errors in the resume anyway. So I, couldn't really get much. It was just giving me suggestions on wording, which I was like, thanks, GPT, but I didn't ask you for that. So then it is going to, if there's a text field, it's going to print out my response. If there isn't a text field, it's going to give me some kind of error like, hey, there's no text field in this response. So I just commented out my previous code that didn't have the error handling. Now let's see if this actually works. So let me open another terminal, and bear with me while I get my OBS Studio screen lined up for you so that you can see the terminal on the bottom here. And let's see if that works. Should work. Hopefully you're seeing my terminal now. And I'm just going to run Python test file. So hopefully it's going to go through. Alrighty, so ChatGPT is very weird. It is saying that Kula Beanzo appears to be qualified for the role. I have no idea why it keeps saying that. I really don't. It's just complete brazen lie. Okay, well, like based on this prompt that I gave it, I have no idea. I said, I asked it to comment on whether or not the candidate is qualified for the role, i.e., do the skills on the resume match the job description, with a brief explanation, right? I don't know where it's getting this from. Let's pull up the resume really quick. ChatGPT says experience with AWS CI/CD configuration management, development, Docker, monitoring, and Terraform. Yeah, Spanish. Okay, that's not really part of the qualification. Wow. So I am going to pull up that file so you can see there. Let's get the other window going, shall we? See here. Let's switch over this one. Oh, it's not letting me do it for some reason. I don't know why I can't show you this PDF, but let's see, can I? Well, that's so irritating. I don't know why it's not letting me show this PDF. Maybe if I take a quick capture. And this is really weird. So I need a little more practice, guys, with my OBS Studio, I suppose. And hopefully I'll be able to get it a little bit better here. But at least you can look in the previous video and maybe, oh, I think I've got it. I think I have got it. I just took a quick screen cap. This is going to be pretty anticlimactic, but whatever. So here, I do not see anything that was in ChatGPT's list of qualifications. There is no AWS, right? There is no Terraform. Um, there is no Kubernetes, Docker, CI/CD. ChatGPT just straight up like lied, basically. So it's very strange to me. Um, what how it comes up with these things sometimes. But they do warn you um, in the um, in the beginning when you do a new chat. They do warn you that it may produce harmful, biased content, inaccurate information. I would say a heck of a lot more than occasionally because I've run this a couple of times and it has consistently given me the response that yes, this person is qualified. So, um, yeah, that's it. That's pretty much how you can use Python and you can use ChatGPT to make a useless and inaccurate resume checker for web developers. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure they are tweaking it and they will work on it and it's all going to be super awesome very soon. Um, at least you learned Python in the meantime. So if you're a beginner, you can do all of this. You don't even have to know the code. You can just copy paste and play around with it and just get your hands dirty and learn it just by asking ChatGPT what code to write or how to write. How would I approach doing this in Python? And it will boop 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 tell you. It won't make that boop boop sound, unfortunately, but it will tell you how to structure your code. So happy coding. Tell me in the comments what you would like to see more of. What didn't you like in this video? Was my laptop fan being obnoxiously loud again? I hope not, because I'm not recording this again. And let me know in the comments what I should do a video on next. Super exciting. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.